Hey, what's up guys? It's Eli with Knead Jiu-Jitsu, and I had a request from several people today about a breakdown from something that happened over the UAEJJ going on today. And as Kaynan Duarte pulled off a choke that I don't really see a whole lot in competition, especially at that level of competition, and he actually put the guy to sleep with it. And it's a cool choke. I learned it a long time ago. Actually, I believe Jorge Gracie showed it to me a long time ago. So I've had a lot of people ask me to break it down, so I'm gonna give you a quick little tutorial about it. The way that it happened today was actually from the guard, which is extra rare, I believe, for this choke. Usually it happens from top position, but basically what Kaynan Duarte did is he takes this side of the collar here, and he had the guy down, and his posture was broken, and he starts working inside the collar. Now, what happens with this choke, he brings it across the neck here, this way, and so this is pulling the slack out, and then the knuckles on this side here are pushing into the neck. So some people will call this a punch choke. I learned it called a knead choke or a thrusting choke. So we pull it across like this here, and then I'm gonna cover my hand with the other side collar. So what happened in defense for it was the gentleman, I'm sorry, I don't remember the opponent's name, but he started pulling on this hand here to try to relieve the pressure. Now, the problem with that is that actually pulls the slack out and helps me with the choke. So he eventually fell asleep. He woke up a few minutes later, he was just fine, but it was a really cool choke that he pulled off. Now, typically where you'll see this choke happen from more often is from a top position. So we'll say from the mount position, if I get mounted here on Dustin, then a way that we'll typically see it is if I'm here and I'm opening up the collar, and then I take an overhand grip like this, so my 4 fingers go into the collar like this, I'm gonna push it across. Now, you can go either side. I can push it more into his throat, more into this side, but what's the most effective is if I get a lot of slack and I can pull it all the way across so that these 2 knuckles here are pushing down. Now, what he would do to defend this, he would just grab my fist and pull my fist off like this, probably with 2 hands, to pull my fist down, relieve the pressure. Now, what you do though to prevent that is once I push it across, I'm gonna cover my hand with the other side lapel and then push my weight into it to be able to get the full thrust of the choke like that. One more application for this one that's a really useful choke. So what I use this for more than anything, and I've always used this for more than anything, is when I'm inside the guard. Whenever I'm inside the guard, and he's got a tight guard here, a lot of times I'll either stand up or post this way, and I'll use this to push across here so that when he wants to go relieve the pressure of it, he'll use his legs to push back, and then that allows me to open the guard, and then I'm gonna be able to pass. So if he's really giving me a hard time with his legs and that closed guard, this is a good one to push, so he has to use his legs to relieve the pressure that opens his guard, and then it gives me passing opportunity. So anyway, like I said, I learned this called the knead choke, like you're kneading dough. People call it the punch choke or the thrust choke. But anyway, it's really cool. It's really cool to see it pull off in high level competition, especially from inside the guard like that. So check it out. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Keep watching Knead Jiu-Jitsu, Aperture. Thanks, guys.